Get your glasses ready. A solar eclipse is coming. The company's launching special products to help you with your viewing parties. Plus, promising signs in the fight against breast cancer, the research showing encouraging results, and what's next. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. More on those stories coming up in a moment. But first, we're keeping a close eye on a neighborhood in Newport Beach. 3 homes were yellow tagged Thursday after a landslide sent parts of the backyards plummeting into the back bay. Those who live there are allowed to stay, but they are certainly on alert and ready to evacuate if that land moves even more. One man says he noticed a pool pipe had burst while it was raining last weekend, but he didn't realize the land was starting to give way until he woke up Thursday morning.
Heard a little clanging around out there of some flower pots hitting the fence. So came outside, took a look to see what happened, and noticed that everything was gone. Didn't notice until about 5:30 this morning that my neighbor's entire backyard had shot down the hill. You could see their tree over there that used to be up here.
Representatives from the Orange County supervisor and city staff went out to assess the land. They say they did not find any threat to nearby properties. All right, let's get a check of your forecast.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Shawna Mandiola, and the chance of rain that we had from Friday is out of here. So for the weekend, we're nice and dry. We have a ridge of high pressure on the way, which will clear any those skies for us and keep it mostly clear. Warmer temperatures are the bigger story, I think, by the end of the week with this ridge, because it's going to push in and park itself in place. So the numbers here are going to show exactly what's happening. The coolest day of the week was Friday, but then we warm for the weekend, and into next week, we've got some 80s coming our way by the end of the week. So those offshore Santa Ana winds that we're seeing here are going to clear those skies. Sunny conditions, dry weather, no chance of rain for the next 7 days. We are looking pretty good to go with temperatures back in the 80s Wednesday and Thursday in the Inland Empire and in the valleys. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Nice. I'm looking forward to the 80s. Well, millions of people will pause to take in Monday's solar eclipse. The Smithsonian Air and Space Museum is using the moment as a chance to bring people together through astronomy. The museum says this eclipse is like their Super Bowl, World Series, and Stanley Cup all mixed into one. It's an opportunity to reach people and get them engaged in science, as well as recognize our place in this great big universe.
There's a sense that this is something outside of Earth that sort of unites everyone. It also connects us to ancient cultures, thinking about the times before it was understood why eclipses happened, how cultures dealt with this.
The museum will host a festival on the National Mall where people can see the eclipse. Very exciting. And if you're planning an eclipse-themed party, a bunch of brands have drawn inspiration from the stars to launch special products. So here are just a few. We have Blue Moon has a fun package for the beer drinkers. The new Eclipse Sips kit includes one-of-a-kind moon dust to give your beer a literal glow up, plus black light coasters and a flashlight, and 4 Blue Moon signature pint glasses. That's pretty cool. The kit is $25. And if you're looking for some crunch, Sun Chips already has the word sun in its name, so of course it has an eclipse snack in the pipeline. The flavor, pineapple, habanero, and black bean spicy Gouda. But you'll have to work to get your hands on this exclusive drop. Sun Chips is orchestrating a giveaway during the actual eclipse event, so it'll be on their website. Sean Diddy Combs has been named a defendant in a lawsuit that accuses his son of sexually assaulting a woman. This is the latest in a wave of lawsuits, some accusing the music mogul of sexual assault, trafficking, and other criminal activity. We saw federal agents raid his properties in connection with these accusations, which he has denied. The most recent suit, filed in LA County Superior Court, alleges that 26-year-old Christian Combs assaulted a woman in late 2022 while she was working on a yacht. Diddy is being sued because he was the one who chartered the yacht and allegedly aided his son in the reported assault. Representatives for both father and son did not immediately respond to a request for comment. An actor is suing LA County District Attorney George Gascon and the LAPD, saying he was falsely accused of a crime that essentially ended his career. Joseph Gatt, who's appeared in Game of Thrones, Thor movies, and True Detective, had been accused of sending explicit messages to a minor across state lines. The evidence was eventually debunked, proven to be fabricated, and charges were dismissed earlier this year. In his lawsuit, Gatz says the authorities announced allegations against him before they thoroughly investigated the alleged victim's claims. Gatz lawyers say it all cost him his community, his acting career, and his personal reputation. The DA's office has yet to comment on the suit. Some intense moments in University Park Thursday night as a man straddles the roof of a home and a second-story window. Check this out. We're told the man was previously arrested for burglary of that home and for some reason returned. LAPD says he then started a fire, which firefighters quickly put out, but then that led to an hours-long standoff. Negotiators eventually lured the man into the home and took him into custody. The era of the 99-cent store is coming to a close. Liquidation sales are beginning at 371 locations across the country. The company's interim CEO cited challenges, including the pandemic, shift in consumer demand, and inflation for the decision to shut down. Shoppers are expressing shock and sadness.
That's messed up because after the pandemic, everything went up. When you come in here, prices is low.
It's like you go to the regular stores, $100 is nothing anymore. You come with 2 pieces of chicken and some tortillas and all that stuff, and it's $100.
Customers have already seen the pressure of inflation, with some items at the stores already surpassing $1. The company has not said how many employees would be laid off or when, but Forbes' business profile for the corporation shows 17,000 employees could be affected. And Walmart might owe you some money. The retailer has agreed to pay $45 million to customers as part of a class action settlement. The lawsuit claims shoppers paid more than the lowest in-store advertised prices on certain products that were sold by weight, like seafood or bagged citrus. So if you bought any of those kinds of items from October of 2018 to January of this year, you could be eligible for a cash payment of up to $500. Amounts vary, though, starting at $10. They're based on what you purchased and if you have proof showing what you paid at the time. If you're eligible, you can submit a form online or by mail, and you've got some time. It has to be postmarked or submitted online by June 5th. We all love free stuff, right? I know I do. But those free trials can actually get pretty expensive if you're not careful. Consumer reporter Susan Hogan shows you how new laws are making it easier for you to click and cancel before the subscription kicks in.
Free and discounted trials are an easy way to get new customers into signing up for a product or service with a subscription. But what happens after the trial period is over?
So the whole point of trial periods is to get us to sign up for something and then hope that we forget to cancel it and we get charged automatically after the period ends.
Kevin Brassler from Consumers Checkbook says although a lot of companies make it easy to sign up, some make it difficult to cancel. And the FTC took notice, announcing updates to its rule about subscriptions and reoccurring payments. The proposed provision, Click to Cancel, would require sellers to make it as easy for consumers to cancel their enrollment as it was to sign up.
I think a big problem, not just with trial periods, but with monthly payments is that it doesn't seem like a lot of money. I mean, $10 a month doesn't seem a lot of money until you do the math and say, oh no, it's $120 a year that I'm paying for something I'm really not using anymore.
And if you do decide to sign up for a new trial, set a reminder on your calendar to cancel the trial before the service starts charging you, and regularly go through your financial statements to look through any subscriptions you may no longer use. Making this a habit can really save you some money because those subscriptions, they really do add up. Back to you.
A California-based company is sharing promising research about its breast cancer vaccine. Anixa Biosciences told scientists its first phase clinical trial was successful. It involved 16 people and 75% showed a very robust immune response. Researchers are now planning for phase 2 of the trial, which will take at least 5 years to complete. The focus has been on survivors with triple-negative breast cancer, the most aggressive and deadly form of the disease.
Eventually, we'll expand from cancer survivors to people who've never had cancer so that we can do what's known as primary prevention of the cancer from ever arising.
Researchers also hope to use the technology from this vaccine to create vaccines for other types of cancer. A certain style of dating is making a comeback. A lot of young people are ditching those dating apps in favor of speed dating. So according to organizers, speed dating events have surged by 63% over the past few years all across the country. And participants say they've spent more of their lives online since the pandemic, and many are just tired of it. They say they feel fatigue and a lack of romance when it comes to trying to meet people on apps. So recently, speed dating organizers have begun to incorporate things like dancing, hiking, board games, and even karaoke into their events. Happy dating. Good luck to all the singles out there. Well, despite cooling inflation, home buying is still proving to be very costly for many American families. New data shows 550 cities have many homes on sale for $1 million or more. California alone added 12 more this year, with a total of 210 selling those $1 million homes. The real estate company says New Jersey is the only state to add more $1 million cities over the last year, now up to 14. The typical home is now worth 4.2% more than it was back in 2023. The median year-over-year home value is now up 4.6% as well. West Hollywood is about to get a new dignitary. Winnie is becoming the city's honorary new pet mayor. And she learned everything she knows from her best friend.
She is with me on pretty much every Zoom meeting. She's next to me, mostly snoring.
She's so cute. Winnie is 9 years old and weighs about 70 pounds, and I'm sure she'll do a fantastic job. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.